With every breath that you breathe out, all of the pain, stress, and strain that you have experienced during the day to leave your body. And every time you breathe in energy and relax. Slowly bring both your hands together, rub them, place them on your eyes, and open your eyes gently. Yeah. So let's start the session. It would be great if you all could switch on your cameras. Yeah. So let's start with the basic introduction. I'm going to talk about diabetes from the context of nature cure. Generally, like everybody has, hi Suja, yeah. So everybody has an idea about what allopathy talks about. Like diabetes, the moment somebody is diagnosed with diabetes, then you know like you need to take medicines and you might have to stick to medicines all through your life. This is what everybody knows, isn't it? Yeah. So this is what everybody has been told. The moment somebody is diagnosed with diabetes, you need to take medicines. But then have you ever noticed like somebody who has been on diabetic medication for a long time, maybe around 20 years or so, have you ever seen them experiencing any complications? Does anybody have this kind of an experience? Yeah. So what kind of experience have you had, Suja? You can just unmute yourself and you can speak.
Yeah, hi Swati.
Yeah. Hi.
So I'm diabetic now for 31 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. I'm 52 years, out of which I got it during the gestational pregnancy. And so with the diabetes, I also got uh, hypertensive and cholesterol, and then the list is on and on and on. So sometimes I'm on insulin, most times on medicines. So with that, a lot of complications and especially a lot of neuro problems. I mean, nerve issue problems.
Are coming up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good amount of symptoms that you have added, like the complications that can happen with diabetes. You've added on here. And what I have seen is there have been people who have been on diabetes medication for a long time. They also tend to end up having issues with their heart and with their kidneys, because the body has to keep on processing the medicine that's going into the system. So that has even led to people to have heart issues and kidney issues. So all the complications that you have mentioned are a part of the complications that people face once they are diabetic. And if you fail to reverse it, then it can even get worse over the time. So during this session, I'll also discuss about some of my clients and the kinds of complications they came here with and how they were able to reverse from that too. So let me start with, as per nature cure, what is diabetes? Like generally you have an idea about what's diabetes as per the allopathy. It's like the body is not able to process the sugar that's in the system. So you need to take insulin externally to help the body to process it or to absorb it, isn't it? That's what we know. So now let me tell you exactly what otherwise it is actually supposed to be. In nature cure, what we believe is there's only one kind of disease, whether it is diabetes or hypertension or heart problem or autoimmune diseases or any disease for that matter. It's nothing but toxins being accumulated in your system over the years. So what happens is over the years, there's a lot of backlog happening due to many reasons. It's the kind of lifestyle that you're living, the kind of food you're eating, and the amount of stress that you're going through. So everything together, we end up actually not being able to remove the old matter or toxic matter that's being accumulated in our system. And this accumulated toxins that's sitting in our system is not, does not just sit like that, ideally. Over the time, it's getting more toxic. And then we have not changed our lifestyle, so there's more addition happening over the time, which we don't even realize that it's happening. So over the years, this accumulated toxic matter, this toxic matter that's sitting in the body, it enters into your blood circulatory system, and from the circulatory system, it slowly enters every cell, every organ in your body. So whichever organ is the weakest gets the highest deposit of the toxic matter. So if this toxic matter is getting accumulated more in your pancreas, and your pancreas are not able to secrete, it'll stop functioning normally. And once it stops functioning normally, then the secretion of insulin does not happen as it is supposed to be happening, and so it is not able to support with the absorption of the sugar that's in your system. So what's happening is, so basically, as I told you, it's nothing but the toxic matter that's in the system. So it can, for diabetics, it is usually in your pancreas, but it's not just in the pancreas, it's everywhere else also in the system, but it is more concentrated in your pancreas. So once the toxic matter starts being generated in your body, it slowly, as I told you, enters different organs, right? So our lymphatic system is responsible for actually eliminating the toxic matter from the system. Just like we have a circulatory system, the blood is circulating all through the body. We have a parallel system which is called the lymphatic system, and this is nothing but the drainage of our body. So this is responsible for throwing out the toxic matter from the system. But usually what happens is, just like we have, can I request everybody to mute yourself, please? Yeah. So just like a circulatory system has the heart as the pumping system to help the blood to circulate through the body, our lymphatic system does not have any such pump. So the body has been designed in such a way that when you use your muscles, when you move your muscles, the body is the lymphatic system is able to move the toxic matter towards the respective exits. So as we can see, like these days, our movements are becoming lesser or limited to certain kinds of movements, because we are just doing one kind of very particular kind of movements only, depending on what kind of work we are doing or what kind of a profession we are in. So what happens is, like, all the muscles are not being used, so the toxic matter is not being able to be moved out from the lymphatic system. So through the lymphatic system, all these toxins are supposed to be moved to the respective lymph nodes, and from the lymph nodes, the glands help the toxic matter to be broken down in different kinds to be directed towards the different various exits. For example, they are either pushed out through your kidneys, or pushed out through your lungs, or pushed out through your skin. So now what's happening is, as the toxic matter is being produced constantly, and our lymphatic system is not really as active as it is supposed to be, so there's a lot of backlog happening inside the body. So this toxic matter is actually very acidic in nature. And this acidicness is what is actually overwhelming the organs they are surrounding. And when the organs are overwhelmed, they cannot function normally. So when this is what is actually resulting in any kind of health issue that we are experiencing, then how can we reverse this? That's the most important question. But before we go on to this, I would like to give you some examples of some of the clients that have been here, who have experienced, who came with actually, some have come with, like one guy, he came from Singapore, and he was having extreme pain in his lower body, from his waist down. He was just 30 years old, and he was just diagnosed with with diabetes just 2 years back. And as the level of sugar was just too high, he was put on insulin very much from the beginning itself. So suddenly, like, he started experiencing extreme excruciating pain in his lower limbs, and he had to stop his work. He could not go to work, so he just took time off. Like, he thought like he'll just go to the hospital, get it cured, and then get back to work. But then he approached all top hospitals in Singapore, and nowhere could he get any relief. And it took him over a year or so trying to get himself relief from this pain, but nothing helped. So, and all his savings also had started running out, so he had to bring his family to Chennai, and he admitted his daughter to school in Chennai, and he was again trying to get some help from the hospitals in Chennai. But by chance, his relative had already been here to my place, and who had already who was diabetic and who had already got healed from diabetes. So she was actually trying to tell this guy that he could come here. But then he really did not have that trust, because he said, like, when the top hospitals are not able to help him, then how can somebody sitting there in Arcot who does not have an allopathic degree can help me? So he did not really get that confidence. But then when even after going to all the top doctors in Chennai, he could not heal himself, then he thought, okay, let me give this a shot. So he came down here, and he asked me, like, how do you think you'll be able to help me when none of the top doctors could help me? So I just told him, it's nothing that I'm going to do here, because there's nothing in my hands. I'm only going to help you to follow a changed lifestyle, and I'm going to help you to go on to a very simplified diet system, which will help you to heal. So you just try this out for 5 days or maybe a week. And if you feel this is helping you, please stay on. And if not, you can just go back home, and there won't be any kind of a, like, even if you are not going to have anything, any benefits, you will not end up having any, getting the symptoms worsened, because I'm not going to give you any kind of medicine or any external stuff. It's only going to be completely natural, completely from nature only. So that made him get a little bit of a trust, and he said, okay, let me give this a shot. And within 3 days, like, he was really surprised. Like, for the last 2 years, he was suffering from extreme excruciating pain. He could not walk, he could not sit, and he had to have painkillers to really control the pain. And the first day, he sees, like, the pain has gone away from the upper part, like from his hips to his knees. And the second day, the pain has gone from his knees to his feet. And on the third day, only in the evening, he got some pain in his feet alone. And that continued for around 2 months or so, where he would have only pain in his feet, only the feet part, and that too just for a couple of hours in the evening. But after 100 days of being on this lifestyle, he was able to completely, the diabetes, like, his numbers came back to normal within a month, and the pain was completely gone. And today he is fully active again. He's swimming, running, going to the gym. He is back to his work. He got back his job and he's back in Singapore, and now he's got promoted and now he's in Netherlands also. So like that's that kind of even this is as Suja was just saying, like this was nothing but diabetic neuropathy, where the nervous system, the nerves also start getting weakened or damaged over the time due to diabetes. So that is also reversible. This is what I'm trying to get to here. There have been people with who've come here even at the age of 80 or 70, 75 with diabetes, and they also have been able to get their pain, relieve themselves of their pain and the discomfort that they feel when they would walk. Like while walking, people will start feeling like pinching needles, and as those stones are really pricking, even though they are walking on plain floor. So this is one of the symptoms that you can experience when you are experiencing diabetic neuropathy. So that also was reversed. So this guy, like, he's very happy today. He's back to his normal life and back to his job. So usually there are lots of myths and misconceptions that people carry about natural lifestyle. People think like, how can eating fruits help you get out of a diabetic situation? Because usually fruits are the ones which actually aggravate your sugar levels. That's what they have been told. But then here we have been able to give our clients lots of fruits, and still they have healed from their diabetes. Even within 15 days, people start seeing that their numbers have become normal. Like even within 15 days. So, but that doesn't mean that the person is healed, because it's just in your blood report that you can see that the numbers have become normal, but the whole system takes its own time to heal completely. Yeah, and there are many misconceptions that people usually carry, like diabetes is genetic, or once you get it, it stays for life, but it's not like that. It is not genetic. Yes, there are habits that run in families, so the disease can run in families. So it does not have to, it doesn't have anything to do with your genes. It is only your food habits and the lifestyle that you're following. And today, in today's world, the way we are living, everybody, most people actually are suffering from some problem or the other. It's not like, just some people are suffering from diseases. Most people are suffering from some problem or the other. The reason being just the same for everybody, but the kind of problems everybody are suffering are different. Though the reason being the same, the problems we are suffering are different. But in Nature Cure, we believe that the problem and the disease is one, and the solution is also one. And that one solution is nothing but you just need to change your lifestyle and food habits to reverse your diabetes. So now let me give you another example. There had been a guy who was in the hospital for over 1.5 months, and his sugar levels were not coming down from 600, and he had a feet, he had a Mr. Jadhav, can you please keep yourself muted? Yeah, so this guy, he had got hurt in his feet, and that was not healing. And over the time, he was having, like, even though he was in the hospital, even though he was being given insulin and a lot of medications, the healing was not happening. The feet wasn't healing at all. And slowly, the wound got started actually decaying the feet so badly that the whole of the feet became really got into a very bad state. And ultimately, the doctor had to start removing one finger. And he had suggested that if the sugar levels did not go down, he might have to cut the feet also. So, and it was almost 1.5 months that they were trying to bring down the sugar levels, and nothing was happening. So this was when his sister, who lives in Arcot, came to know about my place, and she had come to know from another.
लेवल है ना लेवल वर गेल्यावर
Mr. Mr. Jadhav, can I just request you to mute yourself? I'm muting you again and again, and you're unmuting yourself. Okay, so one of this lady's clients' mother had also been to my place, and she also had gangrene in her feet, and she also had healed. So this guy's sister came to know from this client's daughter that he could come here. So immediately the moment she came to know about this, she somehow got him discharged from the hospital, brought him here, and we were able to bring down his sugar levels down to normal within a month. And within 2 months, his feet was healed and he could go back home walking on his feet. And like he only lost his one toe, which was actually operated before he came here. But after that, rest of the toes were saved, and he could actually start walking. So even somebody, if they have reached this stage in diabetes, they also can help themselves to reverse from this stage. So there had been another guy whose eyesight had started getting damaged. Like he started having this retinopathy, and his eyesight, like he lost 35%. He had only 35% eyesight in one eye, and around 50% eyesight in the other eye, and he could not really continue with his work, so he had to take a break from his office. And when he came to know about my place, like this guy, he just took some remote support, and I guided him only remotely. And even though I was guiding him remotely, like he was able to reverse his diabetes and also get back his eyesight to a great extent, and he could go back to his job. So natural healing is possible in any given stage. This is what I'm trying to explain here when I'm giving you so many examples. The only thing is your body, like you need to give your 100% of commitment. You only need to pay attention to your body, listen to your body, and do what your body needs. Because what we believe in is the body can heal itself. It's not, I'm not going to give you any medicine. I'm not going to give you any concoction or something, and that is not going to heal you. It is your body's capability. Your body can heal itself. The body is designed like that. So our body is designed in such a way that it is capable of healing itself. For example, as a child, you might have seen that you may have fallen down, and even if you had not applied any medicine to it, even if you had not applied any, a band-aid to it, it still had healed. So it's just that simple example that you can take for yourself and understand that the body is constantly trying to heal itself in any given situation. In any given situation, life always tries to keep on living. And this is why even in any kind of a diseased state, the body tries to create such a situation that your normal functioning is not getting affected, that you are still able to keep functioning even though you are not, like the body is still carrying so much of toxins, and still you are able to function normally, because the body is trying constantly to help you to keep on living and functioning normally. So that's what the body does. So the moment you give your body the attention, you just need to create that kind of environment that the body needs to heal. You just need to feed the body with the right kind of foods that the body needs for healing, and the body starts healing on its own. It starts cleaning itself systematically. It has its own process. Whether you believe it or not, our body has a software installed in it already, and that's nothing but our DNA. And in this DNA, we have, like, the body has its own instructions, the way it needs to heal itself. It has all the information in there. So the moment you create that environment, the body immediately starts taking the steps to heal itself. The moment, like it's just a U-turn like that. The body will start healing the next moment you just create or give yourself that healthy environment. And within days, people start seeing the healing. Like you can start experiencing that you are in a better state of health. So anybody has any questions until here? Any doubt?
मैडम
Yes.
मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि जैसे लिम्फेटिक सिस्टम है,
हाँ,
वन वे खाली आउट ड्रेनेज आउट टॉक्सिसिटी को करती है या टू वे वो कुछ नरिशमेंट का भी काम करती है?
नरिशमेंट का काम हमारा ब्लड सर्कुलेशन करता है, ब्लड सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम करता है, उसका मेजर काम हमारा नरिशमेंट का है। और ब्लड सर्कुलेशन मतलब जो हमारा ब्लड नरिशमेंट करता है, हर सेल को जो फीड कर रहा है, तो वो हर सेल से वहाँ से लाइक जो भी टॉक्सिक मैटर है उसे इकट्ठा करके लाता है और उससे लिम्फेटिक सिस्टम में डिपॉजिट करता है। फिर हमारा लिम्फेटिक सिस्टम का काम है कि उसे ले जाके अपने अपने आउटलेट, जो क्लोजेस्ट आउटलेट्स उसके लिए अवेलेबल है, उस आउटलेट से उनको बाहर भेजने की व्यवस्था करता है।
ओके, थैंक्स। इट मींस इट्स वन वे वर्क, वन वे।
यस।
ओके, थैंक्स।
Welcome. Yeah. So yeah, this is a really very admirable thing about our body. We think that one part is not working or one system is damaged. So usually people end up really working on that one part. But our body is not like the disease is not just in one part. It is actually the whole body as it works as a single unit. And when one single system is not working well, that means that rest of the system, rest of the whole body is also not in a good state. Even though it is not being manifest in any way, it is not being let known to us in any way, but it is the truth. And as it's really very popularly spoken about these days, like it's the gut health that is the most important thing that we need to look at, because every disease starts in the gut. First, our digestion is disturbed to begin with, and from there, slowly, everything else starts getting disturbed. So if I want to heal my pancreas, if I want to heal my heart, if I want to heal my nervous system, I have to begin with healing my gut first. First, I need to help my digestive system to get better. Only then whatever I'm going to eat is going to be digested better, and only then that is going to be nourishing every part of the body. So it's the whole body works as a single unit. It's not just one part that I need to look at. It's the whole body I need to look at completely. Yeah, so, right. So there's any other question that, any other doubt that anybody has, or I'll just continue from here. I can talk about one more person who had come here. Right. This lady, like, she didn't come to me. She just contacted me and she got healed just remotely. Like, she didn't have to travel all the way, but she came from a family of diabetics. Like, she had seen her aunts, her parents, everybody having getting into very complicated states due to high levels of sugar in their blood, and they had to be, she had seen them being admitted to the hospital, and even though they were in the ICU for 10 to 15 days, the sugar levels were not coming down. So she had already seen all this, and she herself was a diabetic. But the day she saw that her sugar levels were 350, like that was when she got into a state of panic. And then she just actually started imagining, like, okay, this is how my life is going to be from now on. Even I'll have to be experiencing like different kinds of complications, and even I might be ending up being admitted in the hospital for different complications. But then one of her colleagues was already my client, so she got to know about me from him, and she contacted me. And I just put her on this changed lifestyle and food habit routine, and within 15 days what she sees is her sugar levels are normal, and she is a Malayali, and you won't believe she would love to eat lots of jackfruits. And as you know, jackfruits are very high in sugar. Don't you think so? What do you say? Like jackfruits are okay for people with diabetes? Suja, what do you think? Not at all. A diabetic should not be eating jackfruits. This is what you mean, right?
नो मैम, अगर बाकी का डाइट यदि सही है, मतलब ग्रेन्स वगैरह को स्किप कर दिया है, then no problem to eat jackfruit even any quantity.
True, very true. This lady, she was a Malayali, and she loved jackfruits, and you won't believe she could have like she and her husband would finish half of jackfruit for one meal when she was on this what to say lifestyle change and routine with us. And there was a lady who was a diabetic, and since she was a diabetic for over the years, she would not eat mangoes in every season. Like she would just eat 1 or 2 mangoes all through the season. She would never have sugarcane juice. But the moment she changed her lifestyle, she could start eating mangoes. She enjoyed mangoes after that every year. She enjoyed sugarcane juice after that regularly. Like when people are on this lifestyle with us, yeah, that's what you are being told by the doctors. Like seasonal fruits can be taken, but in minimal quantity. But we actually feed only fruits to our patients mostly. Like it's not just the fruits, vegetables, and all. So there's no restriction on the quantity or the kind of fruit they can have. And yes, seasonal fruits are the best. So whatever quantity of fruits they are having, the sugar levels are maintained very well. I've had clients with type 1 diabetes also. So when it is type 2 diabetes is actually very easy to reverse. Only when it is a type 1 diabetes, then the situation is even more complicated. So it's going to take longer time, but it is still possible of healing one from type 1 diabetes also. But you only have to spend more time on a healthy lifestyle. It's as simple as that. So as I told you, this lady, she would eat like half a jackfruit. She and her husband alone would finish it off. And she was so happy that within 15 days, when she saw her sugar levels coming down, she would just, every day when she would call me, she would tell me the same thing. Like, why doesn't anybody talk about this at all? Why aren't we told about this? Like just changing your diet, just changing your lifestyle if it can bring your sugar levels down, and if you can live without medicine, then why are we not told about that? And just like missionaries, like what they do, they go and preach a lot. Like they try to tell people, everybody they meet, like you need to do attend this, you need to do this. This lady started doing the same in her colony, in her neighborhood, and her husband would say, like, I don't think you're doing the right thing. Like you're just behaving like a missionary, like trying to tell everybody like you need to try this. So that was how happy she was. And actually even today she is completely medicine free, and she is living a happy life now. So there are lots and lots of such stories that I can share. So let's move on from here. Now let's try to understand how one can heal themselves from this diabetic state. So it's nothing but like you just need to give your body, as I told you, you need to create that environment in which our body can heal, and you need to feed the body with such kind of food which is suitable for the body. So when I tell that, it means you need to give your body the food which is the human being's species specific food. So can anyone just tell me what is human beings species specific food? When I say species specific food, it means like the cows, they eat grass and leaves. The lion, it eats meat. So what is this species specific food for human beings? Vegetarian food? Okay, so just says it's vegetarian food. Anybody else can give me any idea of what is our species specific food? So when you actually look, yeah, tell me.
Ideally, I think 70% must be raw food with maximum fruits, raw veggies. 30% body can adjust.
Okay.
That is not ideal too, but body can adjust that.
Right. Right. So now just have it, let's take a look at different kind of people all around the world. Maybe if you go to China, you can see people can literally eat anything that's moving. So it's not that they are eating only vegetarian. There are people who are eating meat also. There are people who eat non-vegetarian food, people who eat eggs, and there are vegetarians, and there are vegans. So all over the world, there are different kind of people eating different kind of food. So then that can actually make us confused and can make us think like, what then actually is human food? So how do we understand what is human food? So when you are trying to feed a cow, or if you just put a cow in a cage and you just give, maybe you just starve it for a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and then you just give it some meat. So will it end up eating the meat for its survival? It won't. It might die, but it will not eat the meat. Same way, if you're just going to put a lion in the cage and try to feed the lion with some grass after starving for 4 days, it is still not going to end up eating the grass. It might just end up dying, but it will not eat the grass. So that's because they just cannot see the grass or the meat as their food. They instinctively from their birth, they just instinctively they are able to recognize their food and eat it, even if their mother is not around with them to show them, okay, this is your food and this is not your food. So then why are we, the human beings who are supposed to be the most sophisticated beings or the most intelligent beings on this face of earth, but we are not, we are still confused about what our food is? The reason is, over last 10,000 years, we have actually changed our eating habits due to different reasons. We eat cooked food, we eat grains that are cooked and processed, and there have been people who've been hunting and they're eating meat. So there are all kinds of people eating everything, and so we are not able to actually make a difference between what suits us and what doesn't. But the moment if you just try to pay some attention, there should be some way that we should be able to know what our food is, right? So just try to look at nature. Like what are the parameters, or what are the ways that nature could have intended us to equipped us with to recognize what our food is. So it's actually our 5 senses that nature has equipped us with, and with the help of these 5 senses we can actually look at we can actually try to understand what our food can be. So when you look if you just see any animal, even a hardcore non-vegetarian meat eater is not going to salivate when he's going to see an animal in its live form, isn't it? So that means even like that is not human food. And now if you look at wheat or rice in its normal unprocessed state, do we salivate? We don't. So that is also not human food. But still, as it is derived from a plant, it is still better on our digestive system. But the meat does not sit well with our digestive system at all, because our system is not designed to process meat, or it is not designed to process dairy also. Because does anybody have any what to say? Does anybody have any idea like whether dairy is our food or not? See, usually vegetarians believe that dairy is our food. As vegetarians, we can also eat, we can consume dairy. But okay, we are also being given examples from our mythology where Lord Krishna used to drink milk or eat butter. But let's try to look at it from nature's point of view again. In nature, there are many species, and many like all the mammals produce milk to feed their babies when they are born. But the moment like the babies are able to move around for themselves, and when they are able to procure their food for themselves, then they don't need the support of their mother's milk. So that goes exactly for human beings also. The human baby, it starts walking around and tries to get hold of its food by the age of 1.5 or 2 years, and after that the baby can stop taking the mother's milk and it can start weaning off to other foods. Then after this need has been taken care of, because as a just born baby, we are not able to move around or try to get our own food. So until then we need some support. So that is why the mother is feeding us her milk. So that goes exactly, that is the same for every other mammal. So every mammal is creating or producing milk only to feed its child, so that the child is able to grow to the extent where it is able to try to go around and find its own food. So that way we are the only species who is depending on some other animal's milk even after our needs have been taken care of, because the moment we are able to move around, we can procure our own food, so we don't need milk anymore. So even after 10,000 years of milk consumption, human body is still lactose intolerant. 96% of people even today are lactose intolerant, even though we have been consuming milk for the last 10,000 years. So this is a very clear-cut sign that our body is not designed to process milk and milk products, so we are not supposed to be having them. And milk and milk products are one of the most important reasons why we are becoming diabetics. And the milk that we are getting today is even more complicated, even more hormone laden. And when you see the milk that we are getting from the Jersey cows, that again is even worse for our system. Like the Desi cow milk is still a little bit better, just a little bit better, but the milk that you're getting from a Jersey cow, the Jersey cow actually scientifically, if you look at it, it's not even a cow, it is a combination of 4 different animals. So that's the reason it is able to produce so much of huge amount of milk, even though it has just one, it gives birth to just one calf. So that milk is even more complicated for the human body to process. So this is one of the major reasons for diabetes. There have been many people who have just been able to reverse their diabetes just by stopping all the animal products, all the meat and dairy 100% completely. So I would suggest, like, if you want to give this a try, please give this a try. Just try to eliminate all dairy from your diet and see, you will start seeing a lot of improvements happening in your health. The only reason is our body is not designed to process another living being's milk. The human body is designed only to process its own mother's milk, and that too just till the age of 1 or 2 years. So that's one of the things that we need to eliminate to be able to heal ourselves. So, and that's one thing that I'll tell you about human food. So again, there's no animal food, there's no meat or egg or any of these are not actually suitable for human body. We salivate naturally, like any food of any living being, like it has to be in its whole form, in its natural form. And when you look at it, you should be able to salivate. That is our indication. That's the indication that the nature has given us. That is our sign from inside that this is your food. So when you look at any kind of any food which is not being processed, which is not being cooked at home, or which is not being made in a factory, they are not food at all. Anything which is in its natural form as it is, if you look at it and if you're then salivating in your mouth, then that is your food. So what are those foods, like when you look at it and when you salivate in their natural whole forms? Can anybody just guess?
मैडम फिर से रिपीट.
हाँ, मैं ये बता रही थी
नहीं मतलब क्या सलाइवा का लास्ट जो बोला वो क्या?
हाँ, मैं ये बता रही हूँ कि जैसे कोई भी खाने की कोई भी चीज़ हो, वो अपने प्राकृतिक रूप से अपने आप में जैसा प्रकृति ने दिया है वैसा ही होना चाहिए. और आप उसे जब अपने हाथ में लेते हो तो उसे देखकर जब आपके मुंह में सलाइवा आता है तो वो आपका खाना है ना? तो ऐसे में फिर ऐसी क्या चीज़ें हैं जिसे देखकर आपके मुंह में सलाइवा आ जाती है उसके नॉर्मल फॉर्म में, उसके जैसा है उसी रूप में? Yes, as Lavender Kaur says, it is fruits and vegetables. When you look at fruits and vegetables in its natural form, like you just take a mango, you just hold it to your nose. The moment you can smell the sweet smell, you can see that your mouth is watering. So this is a sign that this is your food. So this is how nature has equipped us to recognize our own food. So we need to understand this. हमने हमारे like we have actually confused our senses so badly that we are not able to differentiate between the right and the wrong food. If our senses were intact, if our instincts were intact, the moment we place any processed food on our mouth, we wouldn't have enjoyed it. But just because the moment we were conceived in our mother's wombs, our mothers were still eating processed food, our mothers were still eating cooked food. So from that, the day we were conceived, we were being nourished from those kinds of foods. So we don't have that kind of an aversion to the processed foods or the cooked food. But if we were in nature, if we were living in the natural habitat like every other living being out there, we would not have appreciated the food that we are appreciating today. It is just acquired taste. It is just due to habit, because the day we weaned off from our mother's milks, we started eating the cooked food. So our taste buds have been used to it. So we are able to appreciate them. But if we had not tasted them at all, we would never appreciate them otherwise. So we would have naturally, like even if somebody taught us or not, we would have ended up eating fruits naturally, because instinctively we would know that this is my food. Yes. So so that's how we can recognize what human food is. So the moment you start eating fruits and vegetables in their natural form, what happens is the body is able to recognize the enzymes, live enzymes in my body is able to recognize the live enzymes in those foods, and it is able to immediately say, yes, this is what I can recognize as food. So my body is not needed to spend a lot of energy or prana on processing or digesting that food. My body is able to take in assimilate all the nutrients from the fruits and vegetables very easily without spending much of its energy. So this way my energy is conserved. If I'm eating a cooked meal, if I'm eating cooked food every single day, what happens after every meal, at least 3 or 4 hours, my stomach is heavy, because the food takes at least 4 or 5 hours. It has to sit in my stomach. The stomach has to keep on churning it to actually recognize what kind of enzyme is supposed to be secreted to break this food down. So after 3-4 hours, it moves out of my stomach and it moves into my intestines. And as my intestines are 28 feet long, it takes a lot of time to move through it, because as the cooked food is dead food, so it cannot move on its own. It needs to get more food from top to push it further. So this food takes a long time to move through my intestines. So once you just cook some food and place it somewhere and just leave it alone without disturbing it for a couple of days, what's going to happen? It's going to decay. And this is what is happening in our intestines, because this cooked food cannot move on its own. So it takes its own time to move. So a meal that I have eaten today may not even get eliminated within 24 hours. It can be eliminated after 3 days or 4 days. And sometimes some kinds of foods are not at all able to be processed by the body. So it can be sitting around in my system for months and years together. So whether we recognize or not, everybody is carrying kilos and kilos of old food in their intestines.
Madam,
सुजा just asked me a question. मैं अभी आपकी सुनती हूँ. सुजा ने एक सवाल पूछा है कि सिर्फ लाइफस्टाइल चेंज करने से, मतलब सिर्फ फूड को मैं अगर चेंज कर लूँ तो मेरी हीलिंग हो जाएगी क्या? Food is one very important ingredient, yes, but there are many other ingredients which are equally important for your healing. It is not just the food, there are many other things. We call them as the 9 essentials. So food is just one part. Yes, of course. You change your food and your healing starts. Yes. But for the healing to happen completely, you have to introduce elements of nature in a daily lifestyle. You have to see to it that you're getting enough rest every day. You have to see to it that you're eliminating properly every single day so that all the toxic matter is able to be removed from the system. So the moment you change it, विजय जी आप बताइए आप क्या पूछ रहे थे?
मैम मैं ये पूछ रहा था जैसे लैक्टोज रिगार्डिंग कि जैसे बटर मिल्क है उसमें भी लैक्टोज है कि ओनली दूध में ही है, मतलब उसका जब ट्रांसफर कर्ड में हो जाता है, कर्ड का बटर मिल्क में
हाँ, तो उसमें वो बैक्टीरिया में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, तो वो हमारे लिए सूटेबल है क्या, ये आप पूछना चाह रहे हैं?
मैं उसमें लैक्टोज पर से रिगार्डिंग खास करके लैक्टोज
लैक्टोज उसमें चेंज होने के बाद लाइक उसको बैक्टीरिया कंज्यूम करके वो चेंज हो तो जाता है, लेकिन उसके भी बावजूद वो हमारे सिस्टम के लिए सही नहीं है क्योंकि वो एनिमल बेस्ड ही प्रोडक्ट है, इसलिए वो फिर भी हमारे कई लोग छाछ और दही को लेते हैं तो उनका डाइजेशन बेटर रहता है, मैं मना नहीं करूँगी इस बात को, लेकिन इट स्टिल एंड्स अप प्रोड्यूसिंग म्यूकस इन आवर बॉडी, सो इट कैन स्टिल एंड अप प्रोड्यूसिंग टॉक्सिन्स इन आवर बॉडी क्योंकि वो एनिमल बेस्ड है.
हाँ नहीं, टॉक्सिन्स तो है, एसिडिक भी है.
हाँ.
लेकिन मैं ओनली लैक्टोज जानना चाहता हूँ कि उसमें लैक्टोज जैसे दूध में तो लैक्टोज है,
हाँ,
तो वैसे ही बटर मिल्क भी
नहीं
कन्वर्ट होने के बाद लैक्टोज है.
वो दही में कन्वर्ट होने के बाद वो इजी टू प्रोसेस हो जाता है, बॉडी के लिए उसको कंज्यूम करना इजी हो जाता है. ठीक है, या सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम हियर. So as I told you, animal products, yes, Suja, if you change to raw food, yes, your body will start healing. You also have to be careful because the moment you start this lifestyle and food habit change, the body starts detoxing. So people end up facing detox symptoms. So before I come to that, let me just talk about the other things that you need to include in your lifestyle change. So it is not just the raw food. You also have to get enough sun directly. You also have to connect with the earth. You also have to hydrate yourself so well with the original kind of water, and the original water that my body can recognize is nothing but the water that is in the fruits and the vegetables. So it's not the H2O that my body needs. My body needs H3O2, the water in the fruits and vegetables. If you just see, if you just take juice of a watermelon or any fruit or any vegetable, it is not as thin as normal water. Has anybody noticed that? It is usually a little bit thicker than normal water. So this little bit thicker liquid, which is H3O2, is what my body wants. Because if you look at the human blood, even that is not as thin as water. It is a little bit thicker. So so this is a sign that our body actually needs this kind of combination, the H3O2 combination, and this water is mainly directly from fruits and vegetables. But this does not mean I don't need normal water until I'm trying to detox, until my body is properly hydrated. I still need to drink a lot of normal water to help my body push out the toxic matter from my system. So I need to drink a lot of water. But yes, there are lots of raw vegan people who are on this raw vegan lifestyle for a long time, and they don't need to drink any more normal water at all because their body, their system is already so hydrated. They are hydrated to their at their cellular level so well that they don't need any extra extra water, which we think their normal water is what we need. Their body is properly hydrated just with the help of fruits and vegetables. But then as we have been eating cooked food over the years for such a long time, we are constipated at the cellular level. So we need to detox at the cellular level. And this cellular level detoxification will need a lot of normal water consumption also to help the body to move, the intestines to move the old matter out. But what my body recognizes water is the water from the fruits and vegetables, and that is the water that my body can assimilate or absorb immediately. So that is the water that my body needs. So I need to have I need to increase the level of water in my body. Like our body is basically 73% minimum of water and 27% of solid material. But now if you go and check your water levels in your body, you will see that it is way much lesser than 70%. So the hydration has to go up to that level. And I need to introduce the element of rest. You need to know when to rest and how much to rest so that your body is able to heal well. You need to be in a state of mental well-being. You need to create a very healthy environment at home, at your place of work, for your state of mental health, because our state of our mind also matters a lot in our healing and in our disease. You might be eating the best of foods, you might be in the best of environments, but then if you are not happy in your mind, if you have lots of stress on your mind, even then your body might not be able to function to its optimum. So we need to look at that aspect too. So these are the 9 essentials that one needs to look at and one needs to introduce in their daily lifestyle. I missed out on exercise. Exercise is also very important. So all these are equally important. None of these are any lesser or any more or less important than each other. Every ingredient is equally important for our well-being. So we need to introduce all these 9 essentials in our daily routine religiously, make it a habit, and you will see that over the time your body is able to heal from any kind of situation, whether it be diabetes or whether it be any autoimmune disease or just any kind of chronic state of health or any degenerative state of health also. Our body is so powerful. We only need to give it the right ingredients and it will make your life the best. Our bodies, the capability, you will just not, you cannot believe our body is such a magic, what to say, creation. It can just, even with the moment you just give it a little bit of support, you will see that it just starts, immediately it starts reversing its state of health. It starts moving towards better health the moment you give it the right support, because our body is designed to be in a state of homeostasis in any given situation. So if there's lots of toxic matter coming into the body will try to put the toxic matter out or somewhere, like try to put it away so that the body is still able to function normally. So the moment the body is given the right environment, the body is going to immediately start eliminating this toxic matter out. So when the body starts throwing this toxic matter out, we start experiencing different symptoms of detox. So these detox symptoms are what actually overwhelm people. Like when people start on this lifestyle, they can see that the body is actually thriving and getting better day by day. But as and when the body gets ready for a detox, when you're going through a detox, it might create a lot of confusion. You might start questioning whether I'm doing the right thing or not, because detox does not have to be a cakewalk. It can be difficult, it can be painful, it can be frightening, but these detox symptoms are nothing but cough, cold, fever, or headache, or stomach ache, or loose bowel movements, and nothing else, or rashes. So these symptoms can be frightening, because people might start thinking, oh, I was just trying to eat the right food and see, this is what I'm experiencing now. But then you need to understand these are the channels through which the body tries to throw out the toxic matter. So we are not supposed to take any medicine to stop this process. We are only supposed to support the body to actually allow it to throw out this toxic matter and with every detox, you will see that once the detox process is done, after the detox process, you will see that you are a couple of degrees, you will be feeling better than before. I can give you a very nice example from my recent clients now. There was this couple, both were suffering from autoimmune diseases since more than 10 years. And they had tried all kinds of medicines like allopathy or acupuncture or Ayurveda or whatever. And they actually could see that they were able to manage their lives, but they never were able to heal from their problems. Like they were, their day-to-day life was okay, but every time they tested got themselves tested, the health situation was a couple of degrees worse than before, but it never got better. By chance, they got to know about me, and they thought, okay, let's give this a try. Nothing to lose, because you're only going to change your diet, you're going to eat only fruits and vegetables, and you're just going to change your lifestyle. So nothing to lose here, so why not? You won't believe, within 10 days, they can see that the symptoms are almost gone. So then this actually makes you start questioning. You were suffering for 10 years, every single day, and within 10 days, you see that the symptoms are getting lesser. So this is something really very magical. And you will see that, like I'll tell the girl's words. She was saying, like, I actually started feeling like I could actually connect with myself after so many years. I was a very religious person. I would believe in God. I would love to go to the temple. But last couple of years, I was so much overwhelmed with my health that I could never feel that connection with myself. I could never feel like I wanted to go pray. But once she started on this journey, she could feel with, like she went through a detox, like she got lots of rashes on her face and back. And like she had never experienced rashes ever in her life. But during this journey, she experienced rashes twice, and we did not try to suppress it in any way. But every time she was able to get through this process, like she would always be in doubts. She would ask me, like, shall I eat a little bit of cooked food? Shall I take this or shall I take that? And I would just suggest her, like, no, you don't need to do anything like that. You only need to allow your body to, it is detoxing, so you just need to allow it to detox. And after the detox, she would just come back and tell me, amazed. She would say, like, I never imagined that I could actually feel this good ever in my life again. Like literally, they feel like they have gone back to their teenage. They have the bodies they used to have as a teenager, the same energy, the same level of, even their looks, like they look 10 years younger now. So this is what natural healing is all about. Nature actually has designed you to live a healthy and very energetic and active life for more than 100 years actually. But we are overwhelming our bodies with lots of toxic inputs, and this is why we are suffering. So we just need to support our bodies. The moment we support our bodies, the body can actually, the level of health and well-being that you're going to experience is going to be something you have never imagined before. You will just be very surprised to be able to have that kind of an energy and that kind of life again, back again. So if anybody has any questions here, I can take them up. You can ask me a question. You can just unmute yourself and ask.
Namaste, ma'am.
Yeah, namaste.
So during this session, would you be telling us like what are the actual things that we have to follow from morning? I mean, everything like in diet or the timings of food or the sleep pattern or other things. Would you be telling us the guidelines, what we have to follow?
I can give you a I can give you a major guideline.
Yes.
But for every single person, it's going to be a little bit different because everybody has their life has been different. their problems, like even though the health issue is the same, we need to look at many other things also. But yes, I can guide you as to what are the things that you need to introduce in your daily routine to help yourself to heal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. How can we check the water level in our body? You can go for, when you go for a blood test, you can get that done. And there's also, like these days, you have some weighing scales which has some electrodes on them. Like when you stand on that, you connect it with the app on the phone, it is able to give you a what to say, an approximate level of water in your body. So you can just try to use some kind of a weighing scale of that kind. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Suja. Thanks for joining. Yeah. So yes, as you asked, let me just tell you, like, what are you supposed to do to help your body to heal? You are supposed to be eating lots of fruits and vegetables and greens all through the day, and you have to stop cooked food completely, because as I told you, it takes up a lot of your energy to process it. So the moment, like, you need to stop all cooked food and all chemicals, and all the chemical things that you're using on your skin also, or the creams and the soaps and the shampoos, so that your body is completely chemical free. And you put anything on your skin, it is going to be absorbed into your bloodstream. So all the chemicals that you're putting on your skin, the body has to process that too. So you need to stop all that. So this is the diet that you have to start eating every single day. And you have to start sleeping on time. You need to sleep like as early as possible after the sun has set. Once the sun has gone down, our body actually starts shutting down. So if you can sleep at 8 o'clock, best. If not, at least try to go to bed by 9. I know it sounds really very bizarre these days, like everybody is so active and up and doing so many things at night. But actually our body is not ready to do that. Our body wants 100% rest. So if you just try to imagine, if there was no electricity, if there were no gadgets, what you would have been doing after the sun has gone down. As it would be dark around you, you would actually just end up sitting and talking with your family, friends, and then you might just go to bed as early as possible. You might not be keeping awake for so long. So the body actually detoxes very well once you have gone into deep sleep. So the major healing happens after you sleep. So this sleep is again equally important. You have to get a good night's sleep to help your body to detox. So try to sleep as early as possible at night. And just because you need to sleep on time, you need to finish your dinner also on time, so that your body has processed the food that you have eaten, the last meal that you have eaten, way much before you go to bed, so that you go to bed on a calm stomach and not on a stomach which is constantly processing food. So try to finish your dinner way much before the sun has gone down, so that you are able to have your last water even before the sun has gone down. And after the sun has gone, don't drink water, don't eat any food, so that your body is able to get 24%, like 100% rest. And try to break your fast the next day, maybe after 14 hours or maybe after 16 hours, whatever is possible for you. So maybe you start eating by 8 or by 10, whatever is comfortably possible for you. But try not to eat anything for those 14 hours. So you give your body ultimate rest for those 14 hours. And you'll see that in those 14 hours, the body is able to do a lot of repairing and cleaning and healing. So the rest is very important. Yeah. Yes, Suja. Bye. Thanks for joining. Yes. So that's about the rest part. And now about the exercise part. We are supposed to be moving all our joints, all our muscles every single day, so that the body is able to help the lymphatic system to move the toxic matter out. So you're supposed to exercise or move or walk or swim or do some work in the garden. You can sit, dig, you can move, bend. So that way you will be able to help your lymphatic system to move all the toxic matter out. So one of the best kinds of exercise will be yoga. Like if you practice yoga every day, in yoga, if you practice different kind of asanas, that also helps you to detox really well. So any kind of exercise pattern you'll have to introduce for your daily lifestyle. That's one thing that you need to introduce. And then the next thing is you have to get sun exposure every day, either in the morning after the sunrise or just before the sunset. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. There was some issue. So let's continue from here. Uh, So I was talking about movement. So movement is also equally important. We need to practice yoga every single day. Some activity where we are able to use all the joints and all the muscles in our body, so that the body is able to move the toxic matter towards their own exits, towards the proper exits that they need to move towards. And after that, as I told you, we need to get enough sun, enough movement, enough rest, and eat the right foods. And as and when try to fast, as I told you, the dry fast that you can do from sunset to The morning, you can break your fast by at 8 o'clock or maybe by 10 o'clock, and that will help your body to prepare well. This is not loud enough. Okay. Okay. Am I audible now? Okay, fine. So that's what. So this is how you can help the moment you introduce these elements in your lifestyle, you will see that your body is able to heal on its own. The body starts detoxing layer after layer, and it is able to heal itself from any kind of disease. There are lots of people who have stopped their medicines even after 30 years of being on diabetic medicines, and they are living a medicine free life today, very healthy and happy life. So you can just try to look up on our Google page for the reviews of people where there are people who have spoken about reversing the diabetes. Yes. So if anybody needs any help in reversing their diabetes, yes, you can get in touch with me. You can contact me through my website. You can set up a 15-minute free consultation, and you can just try to understand more of how I can help you. And there are two modules that I use to help people heal from any kind of disease. One is you can come and stay here with me at my place and help yourself to heal from your disease. So it's more of an experiential learning that you go through when you come here. So you experience the healing and you learn at the same time. And this way you become so well equipped that when you go home, you are your doctor for life, and you will be able to take care of yourself, and you will also be able to take care of the health of your family members from here on. And the other module that I use is for people who cannot travel to my place, who still need, who want to heal. So I help them by supporting them online. I support with online handholding, wherein we do daily calls every single day, and I guide them every single day, and I walk them through the whole journey until the day where they see that they are healed to a great extent, or they have reached the kind of health that they want for themselves, and then I help them to transition into a middle path, and from there on they take up their journey on their own. So these are the two modalities that I use to help people with. So that's it from my side. So thank you so much. So anybody has any questions, I am here to answer them for you. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask your questions.
No questions.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, tell me. Hello.
Yes, yes. Yes. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Yeah, so far I was listening to the conversation. It was a wonderful conversation, by the way.
Thank you.
Very, very useful and very, very important conversation as far as this disease, many diseases, particularly diabetes, and that too chronic diabetes is concerned. So
Yep.
we really enjoyed, and in the future, as you have already offered two ways. So now we are speaking from a distant place actually, and because of this digital technology, we are connected. For example, I'm speaking from Mumbai, so it is difficult for me to actually come there. But then yes, definitely this digital mode will work,
Yeah.
and we will definitely have your guidance and your help in altering the health of many people. So can we give this uh, reference to other people, the people who are in a diabetic?
Of course, of course, of course, of course.
Okay. And um, is there any number so that they can speak to you and
Yeah, I just put it in the chat box. Um, Let me put. I'll just give a moment. Yeah, you can contact on this number, and yes, we will be able to guide you further from here. You can also go on to our website. My website is. Let me just put it here.
please?
Just can you check the phone number if it's all right?
Yeah, this is number is 7397
Yeah,
57
572016.
2016. Yes, yes. And website is, ma'am,
Yeah, I'm just putting it here.
www.
Yes,
What's
that's
up,
our website. Yeah. So anybody who needs help can actually book a 15-minute free consultation session through the website and can get a clarity call.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And ma'am, uh, you are speaking from which place?
I live in Arcot, which is in Tamil Nadu, near
Oh,
Vellore. I'm
I
also
see.
basically, I was actually, I'm also from Panvel.
Acha, oh, ho.
Yeah.
Acha ji.
My father was in Panvel, and he was the one who introduced me to this nature cure because he was the first nature cure practitioner in my family.
I see.
He was a businessman basically, but
Okay.
one day he just came across this nature cure camp and he got so interested that he gave up on his business and he
Right.
learned about nature cure and he started his nature cure practice in Chennai.
Oh, I see.
And I learned by assisting him from my childhood.
Okay.
So I've been in this lifestyle since I was 5 years old.
Oh, that's so wonderful, actually speaking. By looking at you, I will not ask your age, by the way, but you look like a very young lady by following this this nature cure practices. By the way, your mind, your thought process, your offering support, guidance, and help to the people in a genuine manner. I think that is making you too young and disease free, basically.
True, true. As I told you, like once anybody who tries to follow this kind of lifestyle, they can actually reverse their age to a great extent. Many people start looking 10 years younger, 20 years younger.
Only thing I was listening that just want to clarify the doubt
Yes,
that you said complete shift to plant-based diet, not
yes,
eating rice, not eating cooked food. So
yes.
because we are used to consume cooked food throughout our life, so
True.
only fruits and only raw vegetables will how much is possible.
It's 100% possible, but I would suggest that I'm not telling you to be 100% raw all through your life. I'm just telling you be 100% raw until you are completely healed. And it's possible. There are many people who are on this kind of lifestyle for a long, long time. And even I am on raw foods as as and when it's possible for me.
Because we require certain calories, right, ma'am?
Yes, yes. But then uh, even the fruits and vegetables can give you the amount of energy and the calories that your body needs.
I
So
see.
yeah, there's no nothing. The body will not lack in any nutrients. You will never need any what to say nutrient supplements ever. There are people
Okay.
who believe that they need supplements of B12 or they need supplements of vitamin D, but actually you don't need any supplements at all. Our body can get every single thing from nature itself. So we don't need to actually bother about that.
And the amount of energy we require for carrying out different tasks in whole day, like for example, somebody is a businessman, somebody is a laborer, somebody is a person who attends the office. So the energy requirement is fulfilled by through these things, right?
Yes, 100%. I can give
Oh,
you certain examples. First, let me start with my own example. Uh, Last year, I was on 100% raw, and I was attending a yoga teacher training course. So I was doing yoga 1.5 hours in the morning, 1.5 hours in the evening, and 1 day in the midday, 1 hour in the midday. So totally, I was doing yoga for 4 hours, and then all through the day we used to be busy. We used to wake up at 5 in the morning and go to bed by 9 at night. So morning would be 5 o'clock. We would have our meditation session. So without getting tired, I could go through the day, all through the day, very easily. And even in my center, I can there have been times when I've had 10 to 15 people at the same time. My center is a small place; it's part of my home, so I don't take too many people in my place at the same time. So
right.
even like during COVID, we were around 13 people at my home, and I had just
Oh,
staff to help me. And I was like literally running from ground floor to first floor, up and down 50 times also all through the day. And I would be up by 5 in the morning and I would go to bed by 10 at night. And I don't remember when I would be sitting and relaxing ever in the whole day. Like I would be 100% active all through the day.
that's so wonderful, ma'am.
And there are lots of bodybuilders, there are lots of people building body on this diet who are
Oh,
actually. And one of my clients, good question you asked me. Recently, I had a client who is a marathon runner,
okay, okay.
and he was suffering from autoimmune disease, and he
Oh,
started this lifestyle change with us. And after 1 month, he had another marathon coming up, and he shared with me that the improvement that he could see in his running capabilities, and
that's
the body recovers faster from the damage that happens on working out. Like every day when people work out, when they do more exercise, the body, it breaks down every single day, right? But the recovery is faster, and the pain after the exercise is lesser.
mhm.
So the running capacity became better.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he shared with me his parameters also. So there are many such people, many examples. Actually, when you eat your normal natural food, your body is going to be able to perform many times better than it is performing now on your cooked food. People think eating ghee is going to give them a lot of energy, eating a lot of meat is going to make them stronger, but it is a myth.
oh,
I know a youngster who is a bodybuilder, and he
yeah.
is competing at world level, and he's also winning world level competitions, and he is
Oh,
a person who doesn't eat any meat. He is a person who's eating majorly raw foods only. He's an Indian again.
wow,
Yes.
wow. Madam, can you please suggest one single book which can be useful for reading, by the way?
To begin with, yes, I would suggest you can start with reading the China study, which
Okay,
can give you an idea where about why you need to eat raw food, or why you need to eat natural food, and why you should stop dairy or meat, like that. There's
okay.
another book, World Peace Diet. That's also a very good book.
Which
And
one? Which one?
the World Peace Diet.
WORLD.
Uh,
Peace, PEACE,
yes,
diet.
diet. Yes. So
Written by?
um, there's somebody called Tuttle. I'll just put
Okay,
it in
no,
the group. I'll put it in the group. I'll have to
please,
look at it.
please.
I just put a.
Because I am a follower to you, na, ma'am. I many times I attend your lectures, useful informations. Only thing many times no chance to speak as such. But then today I took a chance to really correspond and chit chat with you.
Thank you, thank you. I'll share the name of the books in the group.
Please, please, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God bless you, madam. You live for 150 years in the service of the people.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want to live too long, but as long as I live, I would love to serve people. That's for sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Namaste, ma'am. Can we have sprouts also as part of this or no, ma'am?
Usually, I suggest like you don't have sprouts initially. Initially, you go for fruits and vegetables only. Sprouts you can introduce after a certain level of detox, because again it is grains. So initially, I suggest that you don't take sprouts. Sorry about that. Okay, so any other question before we take leave? It's 8:30 now. Anybody has any questions anymore? Okay, so thank you so much for attending this session, everybody. It was really good interacting with all of you, and I hope you take back as much information as you could from here and try to adopt as many things as possible for your lifestyle so that you are able to live a better and healthier lifestyle. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Vandana.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be stopping the session now. Thank you so much.